up, y'all? And welcome back to the Reality Kingdom. We with the real and reality or whatever. Period. I'm your host, Pharaoh. And I'm host, Lee. Lee. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
How'd you like the mega leg? How'd you like the
I love it. I love a good mega leg. I really do. End result, I'm not the happiest with. I did enjoy Jocelyn and Victor. When it was towards the last few teams, no shade. I was like, Joel and Garrett can go. But I'm happy that they're still in it. I mean, regardless of who I want to stay, who I want to go. I mean, the race happens. It's recorded, baby. It's gonna happen regardless. So, congratulations to the people who kept going. But I just really did not want to see Jocelyn and Victor go. I really enjoyed them, and it's so well. You know, I got proven wrong immediately.
Hello? I liked Jocelyn and Victor, but honestly, I wasn't too bad. I wasn't too mad at the results especially because on the first half of the mega leg, they had low key checked out a little bit. Jocelyn was like, "Oh, well, we lost. Let's just go." And then it was like a mega leg, so it kind of was like a self-fulfilling prophecy because Jocelyn and Victor, they had a lot of moments where they were like, "Well, I guess we're about to lose," and yeah, we're gonna lose. And when they went to the pit stop with Phil on the first half of the mega leg, they were like, "Yeah, I know we're probably in last, right?" And Phil was like, "No, I mean you're still here, you're still racing." So I just feel like they had like I was primed for this. They prepped my they prepped me real good for them losing because last leg they was feeling that way a little bit, but or the first half of this leg, but we here, girl. This is
and what I was saying is that like I was shook because like they ended up going home and they were not like they were towards the bottom. So no, I guess the team that was towards the bottom still ended up going home. Yeah. Because I thought Morgan and Lena was going to go. So never mind. Because I feel like I accepted in my mind that Morgan and Lena was just about to go.
So you was feeling like, dang, they weren't even in the bottom.
But Jocelyn and Victor actually was at the bottom. So
they were the only team who were at the bottom going into the second half that stayed at the bottom. Every other team who was at the bottom were at the top of the first half.
And they made it to the Roadblock pretty early, didn't they? Or no?
Who?
Jocelyn and Victor.
No. This Roadblock?
Yeah.
They were the last ones. They were second to last ones at this Roadblock.
Ooh. So yeah,
they were doing that. They were just doing that, boo. It's okay.
You see, I'm trying to make excuses for my faves. So I'm like, oh, no.
I like them too, but they had been a little off this leg. They did so good. They were the top team the first two legs, and then going to this one, it was like, ooh, what's happening, Bookie? But hey, we move, child. This is the move, and we move. Let me pull up the pictures of the people, the images of the people. If you are a visual learner, go to YouTube. I know that's right.
Are you a visual learner?
No.
Oh.
I'm a physical learner. You gotta do it to me for me to get it.
Oh my God.
So they start off, and the first stop they have to go to is the gate. That's not how you say it. It's a coffee shop.
Cafe to Deek.
That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
I don't know. I know English, and that is all. Cafe, that's English. It's a coffee shop though, and it's
not English, actually.
Literally, and it has their next clue. So the top four teams are really just gonna head that way. So Steve and Annalie was in first place. Joel and Garrett were right behind them. Corey and Rob, and Todd and Ashley. So those four.
You see how all over the place that is now?
Already all over the place. And this is what I noticed. Like, and we were talking about it. This cast, it's not giving these as the front runners. The Dave's gonna be in the front. Like last season, which was our first season covering Amazing Race, we're just so primed to. I mean, we got 4 bad bitches as teams, and then everybody else is just lesser than. Last season, it was very clear who the front runners was.
Yeah,
and they stayed the front runners all season. They just
it was the military bros, DX and Claire,
Molly and Emily, and Louise and Michelle.
There was the big four.
It was literally
the big four.
The big four the whole time. This season, it's like already. What I think it is it was a mixture of. Some of the best teams didn't start off too good. For example, Joe and Ian. I think Joe and Ian were already one of the best teams, but they just started off bad because they had got lost a little bit, and they've kind of been in the middle of the road until now. And then also a mixture of everybody's just kind of even. There just is no front runners really, and I think
also this Roadblock was Luck of the draw. Luck of the Irish bitch. I mean, Jocelyn and Victor could have got there last. I mean, Andrea and Milena is a testament to that. They were the last team to arrive, and they completed in sixth place, seventh place. What is this?
Yeah.
So it's like,
what is it? Seventh place, yeah.
So it's like anyone could have gotten it first. I mean, Robin and Chelsea jumped mainly because of that. Like, it really didn't matter when you arrive. You just kind of have to find it, which, I mean, there's pros and cons to that. But I feel like at least it's a nice reset, especially after a mega leg. Because it's really going to show, this is really going to show who is that girl and who's not. Because we got people at the front who wasn't at the front. We got people in the middle who's at the bottom. We got people on the bottom who's on top. So this is really going to show, I feel like, who was really in it for real. Because are you going to maintain your position? Are you going to jump? Like, it'll be really interesting.
It will. So, boom. They went and got to their first clue, and it's a detour. You need to stand or you need to deliver. Now, Lee, stand is you're going to display some fish, and you have to match the example display. And that's really it. Mm-hmm. Literally. Deliver is you have to deliver 66-pound mattresses 300 yards to the hotel. 300 yards, I don't know what that means.
Let's Google.
Oh, wait, a football field is 100 yards.
Is it?
I could have just made that up. Let me Google how long a football field is while you
Google. It's 900 feet.
900 feet? That doesn't do anything for me, actually.
How many yards is a football field? Yeah. 360.
360 yards is a football field. And it's 300 yards. So it's basically a football
field. No, sorry.
I didn't think, okay.
Football field's length is 360 feet, 120 yards.
120 yards, which is half. So 2 football fields with a mattress. Ooh.
Now I don't think about it.
Maybe that's why they were so winded when they was doing the 2 at a time. Because that's 2 football fields, bitch. But either
maybe we should have did stand.
My initial thought was stand. Lee's initial thought was deliver. And honestly, I would have been like, okay, deliver. We're in a race. So I would have just went with it. So we would have ended up doing deliver regardless. My initial thought would have been stand though, but
another thing. Now I'm regretting it. Did they know it was 300 yards?
We have the mindset of physical. We do the physical one. That's the one we need to choose. It's more straightforward, less room for error.
But I will say with this one, I was thinking with stand they were going to be a little bit more anal with the decisions. I thought you have to put in a specific position. It would have to match a certain way.
Mm-hmm. You like eyes got to face left. These eyes got to face right.
They literally had to I maybe had to memorize it. They literally had to stand. Right there. So maybe we should have did stand.
We wouldn't have done though. We would have chose deliver.
We would have chose deliver.
Deliver. But I'm thinking of the last round was the floating market. I don't think that just was who came first and who didn't come first. I think we would have did fine with that. And then after the floating market, what was the detour last round? Can't remember. Oh, the papers. The papers where you got to do the rice paper, either the rice paper or the vinyl. We wouldn't have did the vinyl. We would have did the rice paper. And I think the rice paper alone would have got us into the middle of the pack or the top of the pack. So at this point, if we're coming in the middle of the pack and we're doing deliver, we're good.
I think we still be good.
We're good.
Because guess what we're doing? We're doing 2.
Are we?
And I told Pharaoh this, bitch. If we're doing deliver, I don't care if we're at the top of the pack, the middle of the pack. Definitely we're at the bottom. We're taking 2 at a time.
Liam and Urimi took 2 at a time and was finna fall out. What makes us think?
Look, and I get that. We're not built up like Liam.
It literally wouldn't have happened. I think we could have, like Joe and Ian, struggled to take the first 2. And then afterwards, we would have had to reroute our decision.
I just feel like that's a waste of time. Like 4 trips.
We're good.
I feel like even if I don't care if we're good, I want to jump teams. Like
we're jumping a team. If we take 2 at a time that first time, we don't have time to argue about this. We can try.
So we're taking 2. So we're taking 2 twice.
We would just go get them other 2, and we would be stopping every 5 seconds
and we'll still be ahead of some teams.
Will we be if we're stopping all the time?
Why are you stopping? It's a race.
I'm tired. Stop. Steven and Ali, they choose stand.
Because this is exactly how it would be out there. I'm talking.
It really wouldn't, because I'm not doing all this arguing. You would have said, let's take 2 hours, and like, okay, sure. And then we would have stopped. We could have did it. So we would have been taking twice.
You
But
say that, but you are way more vocal when it comes to. I feel like you definitely would have.
I would have said something, but I'm not going to argue about it over and over again. Like we don't have time because that's my main thing watching this shit. We don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time. It will be a lot of Lee's final decisions because I'm not arguing about it.
And you can't do that because I don't be trusting myself like that sometimes. Like you gotta.
You would have okay. You really said, let's take.
Really, now that I'm thinking about it, we should.
That's the thing. We would have agreed on taking 2 the first time. That's fine. We would agree with that. So after we took them 2 the first time, if I'm drenched in sweat, finna fall out, having an asthma attack, and you're talking about take 2 the second time, I'm gonna be like, I don't think I can. If you're like,
you got asthma.
You act like you're just the most athletic. Neither of us are athletic.
I know I would be gassed, but my mindset would be like, if we get there's only 2 rounds, we're condensing it. That would trick my mind into wanting to get it done. Why would we do this 4 times? We could just do this twice.
We'll do it 3 times because we will take the 2 the first time. My thing is, if we literally physically can't do it, we're gonna know our bodies.
Okay.
And I know visually.
And the thing is, if after the first 2, I feel like we could do 2 again, I would say that
we're gonna try. We're gonna try.
Period.
We can't. Because that's 120 pounds.
120 pounds. That is a lot.
And then we're already tired. We haven't slept. We was on a plane all day. We just got done out of the floating river. And then we had to make some rice papers. And then we had to run all the way on this side of the town. It's a lot we just did. I'm tired. But anyways. Stephen and Lee, they doing the stand. And then the other 3 teams are doing deliver. So Garrett and Joel go to deliver. They're a little bit ahead of Corey and Rob and Ashley and Todd. So Garrett and Joel start deliver first. They go to the mattresses and they decide that they want to try to do 2 at a time to begin with. I think we would have decided the same thing. We're going to try to do 2 at a time. But they went the wrong way.
They don't ask for directions at all. They pick up the mattresses and they just start walking. And I'm like, you definitely need to know where the fuck you're going first. Like, and that's why I feel like I just feel like we would have been able to do it because they wasted their time going back. They was tired from that. Yeah. They had to walk back to the truck where the mattresses that they dropped one off and then started walking the right way to the hotel. I feel like if you can figure out where the hotel is, you put the mattresses in a way to where it's not, I feel like, a strenuous load. I feel like it's doable, but we ain't gonna spend too much time on that.
It's definitely doable. So
I mean, if Liam and Yurimi can do it, then I can do it.
Why do you keep saying that? There's no equivalent to Liam and Yurimi's build. I am 5'8". Anyway, it's not gonna work. Corey and Rob, they getting lost trying to just find the mattress location to begin with. It was a lot of random getting lost. If y'all don't find the shit, goddamn.
It's confusing there though.
Like what the fuck? So Joel and Garrett, they find where the mattresses need to go, the hotel. They take it to the hotel, and they're on the way back. On their way back, Ashley and Todd and Corey and Rob have pulled up to the actual truck. Joel and Garrett come back, and they're like, look, let us get this first mattress, and you can just follow us to the right location. Mm-hmm. And Joel is like, I got that from Todd, because on leg 1, Todd did the same thing when we was waiting in line to answer that scramble.
Todd ate that. Strategic cleaning.
He did eat that. I like this from Joel and Garrett. So they were able to get 2 mattresses before the rest of them could even get their first one because of this. So they went ahead and did it.
Didn't help much. Look what they had, and look what everybody else was.
No child. And that was that last part. That's the thing. None of this.
That last part, it was so luck of the draw. It was like, damn.
Mm-hmm. Boom. We hop back to the fish stand. That's the fish stand. Anna Lee and Steve, they're the only ones there because everyone else has decided to do the delivered. And they're trying to match it up equally, and they're doing a good job. But there's a red bucket of eels, and they think, oh, she don't have the red bucket of eels in her normal stand, so we don't need them. So
I would have thought that too. That ain't part of the stand. That's a bucket of eels.
Boom.
But the bucket of eels count.
The bucket of eels count. So when she got back, they were like, okay, we're good. And they got a check, and it was wrong. So they need to figure out that they need that bucket of eels. So good luck to them. The next group of teams are going to the detour, are leaving to get to the detour, right? And this is the group of teams I think we'd be around, which is Chelsea and Robin and Morgan and Lena. Both of them choose stand. So around this time, I think we would have been choosing deliver. Ooh, will we be at the back?
And we'd have to do 2. Yes.
We would definitely do 2 the first round.
I love how we would definitely be doing 2 the first round.
We would definitely be doing 2 the first round. Because I would think the same thing. I would be like, we gotta do 2. We gotta do 2. But after that, I'm just trying to be realistic. So we hop to the mattress delivery detour. Joel and Garrett are leading, and they have to go up these flight of stairs. It's 3 flights of stairs. And that part,
yeah, and they can't even use the elevator.
You can't use the elevator. They have to. The mattresses are awkward in size. You have to physically bend them, and as you're bending, you have to go through corners and corners. It's just a lot going on. They all sweating. You can see Corey drenched in sweat. Rob is drenched in sweat, and then Ashley's doing it. She fucks up her damn finger trying to do it. So it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Corey falls down the stairs. I'm like, damn. It's a lot going on. And that would be my only issue. Like, we're hot, we're sweaty, and we're carrying the mattress. I'm already tired. I haven't slept. We got to go up the stairs. I'm not doing 2 twice.
Yes, we are.
We can do 2 once.
I'm not doing this.
It honestly wouldn't be a discussion out there. We would get back with ready to get the next 2. Lee would be like, we got to do 2 again. I would be like, all right. And then if we stop, we stop.
Period.
So we
next caller.
So stop. Cool. Boom. We hop back to the fish stand. When we hop back to the fish stand, Steven and Lee have to figure out what they're gonna do. Anna Lee gets real panicky. It's kind of scary because even here, and it happened at the rice paper where she got panicky at the detour. Maybe it's just the detour for her, but she gets to these like moments where she's like, oh, what do we do? So she was getting frustrated because they kept getting a check and it was wrong and she didn't know what to do. But what's positive about her panic is it makes her really get into the mood because she was like, what is it? What's going on? And she was able to see, oh, we need to get this bucket of fish. So they get the bucket of fish, they get it done. Boom. Robin and Chelsea and Morgan and Lena, they pull up to the fish stand right after Anna Lee and Steve are done with it anyways. And they have to head towards
Pagoda.
All right. And they got to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I know that's right.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
It's a place where you make wishes. So they have to go there, which is so random.
It's like the elephant. It's like where they have to go in the elephant 3 times randomly. It's just they want them to go certain places to get a clue and go somewhere else.
Yeah. So they were going there to get a clue. I know that's right. And at this time, the rest of the teams are coming, or a few more teams are coming towards the detour marker. It's Ian and Joe. Right now, they're in 7th place. They're choosing Deliver because they have the same mindset that me and Lee would have. They said, we're going to choose the physical one every time. So Joe and Ian choose Deliver. Greg and John choose the stand, and Andrea and Milena choose the stand. So that's how that's going. We hop towards the mattress delivery again. And this is where Ashley and Todd are a hilarious team altogether because she's trying to carry the mattress with him. She's the only girl all episode. Yes, she's the only girl all episode who had to do the mattress carry. So she's struggling a little bit.
I know about that.
And her finger hurts. So she's like, Todd, my finger hurts. And Todd's like, it's mind over matter, boo. It's mind over matter. He does not.
They have a height difference. If they can do it, girl, we can do it.
They don't have a height difference. Ashley is tall.
Yeah, but compared to him, like,
and you compared to me, I'm way shorter than you.
It's about them. It's about them.
It is not about. You feel like it's about them?
I feel like he said his height before. We're about the same height. I don't know.
And Ashley is taller than me.
Girl, I'm just saying there's a difference. So you can get it together.
Okay, I feel like our height difference is just worse.
Calm down. You act like you just so short.
I am compared to you. That's a whole foot.
That's a lot. Oh, I guess it is. But still.
It's a lot. I don't know. We'll be all right, but fuck. But she's struggling. I know that's right, Queen. But she was getting it done. I respect Ashley because Ashley will complain a little bit, but she'll also be getting her shit.
They're really good at these challenges. I definitely won't be surprised if they're a top 4 team.
Do you feel like they're one of the top 4 teams?
I mean, they've been maintaining their position. Everybody else?
They're the main ones who have. They used to be 5th. They would get 5th place. They got 5th place.
They've been going nothing but up. A lot of the girls are still going,
They got 5th place twice.
Here.
I think they got 4th at the first half, and now they're in 3rd. So they've been doing pretty good for sure. And they're the only team on this top row who's been in this area in the first place. Steve and Anna Lee, they were doing bad at first. Robin and Chelsea were doing bad at first, and Joe and Ian were like middle of the pack. Tom and Ashley, they still up there. So they're some lookers. Look out for them. Boom, hopping back to the fish stand. They're real cute with the editing, going back and forth. But back at the fish stand, Greg and John and Andrea and Milena pull up. And this area, when they were doing the detour, it made me feel like it was a struggle. I don't know if they just looked like they were struggling or what, but it made me feel like, honestly, I probably don't want to pick Stan because they were like, I don't know. I'm like, why is it taking y'all so long? Steve and Anna Lee just made it look easy. It was taking them a long time. Shit was slipping out their hand. Andrea and Milena was struggling. Robin was like, it bit me and it didn't bite her. I'm like, girl, like, what are we going to do? What's happening? So I don't know. A part of me was like, I don't even think I would have wanted to do Stan. So that's good on that. Boom. We go to the mattress delivery. Okay. This is when Joel and Garrett get finished all together. They finished the detour. They're done with all 4 of their rounds that they did, and they're headed towards Make-A-Wish Foundation. And Joe and Ian are attempting to do 2 mattresses at a time. They're going to be the first ones to actually try to do it. But they're holding the mattresses like weirdly.
Yeah, it's like slipping to one side. They end up dropping both of them and instead of holding over their head, which I think is easier to do. It's like you definitely should hold it over the head. They decide to like carry it on both ends. So by the time they get to the stairs, they're like really winded.
As they should be. I feel like they were just making it a little harder on themselves. But it also made me feel like, okay, maybe it is just real heavy. Because that's what, 166. That's like 130 pounds, actually. That's too much. So I understand, but they were winded. They didn't realize how tedious it was. And they were basically like, yeah, we usually want to do all of the physical ones, but we're realizing we're doing the physical ones outside in the hot Vietnam heat. It's humid, we're tired, we're sweating, and we're trying to do the physical ones. So it's just too much. And I understand. And they're dying. It was hilarious because Joe is literally trying to get his mattress up. And he's like, help! Or is it Ian? It's Ian. Ian's like, help, please. And it's like they're struggling. That's why I think we could do the 2 mattresses the first time. But maybe after that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Joe and Ian can't do it.
Are we Joe and Ian? We're not Joe and Ian.
They're more Pharaoh and Lee. They literally go to the gym all the time.
What does that matter?
What do you mean? It's a physical situation. It literally matters so much.
You're being a negative Nancy.
So boom, the last 2 teams, Jocelyn and Victor, and Liam and Uremi, they're choosing their detour. They were at the bottom. What did Phil say? Dead last. Period. Jocelyn and Victor chose Stand, and Liam and Uremi chose Deliver. And I was thinking Liam and Uremi could eat up Deliver. They could do 2 at a time. Those are some military men. So I was like, okay. They're military men. We are 2 gays. Bottoms at that. Like, there's nothing we could do. But they're delusional, just like me. Because when they choose and Deliver, they have a diary room, Liam and Uremi. And they're like, really, we're in first place. Really. Like, at this point, we're in first place, really. And it's like, y'all are just like me, delusional as fuck. Delusion works, though, because look what happened.
It does. And that's what I'm saying. Delusion would have helped me because I'm like, girl, we're taking 2. And yes, we can.
We would have took 2, we would have had to. Yes, we see se puede.
Sí se puede.
Boom. We get to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and let me read their wishes.
Why are we calling it the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
We get to the wish place. The wish location. Steve and Anna Lee, their wish is that they get first. That does not come true. And they got to travel by taxi to
Hong King Temple
to get their next clue. So that's where they finna go. Back at the fish stand, Jocelyn and Victor are arriving, and they're like the last team who's gonna arrive to the stand. And I see Morgan and Lena arguing. Now, Morgan and Lena,
they argue every
damn.
It's because honestly, Morgan just be doing. I mean, Lena just be doing stuff. Because why is Lena throwing the eels at Morgan?
Literally. What are you doing about me? We gotta go.
They remind me of snakes.
It was a lot.
They're honestly so funny. And then Milena is hella grossed out. I'm just like, what y'all getting grossed out for? Like, y'all can't be squeamish. This is a race. All
He
you gotta
said
do is put the
he
fish
said
on
he
the
doesn't have
sand.
no fears on the race.
I feel like you can't. Like,
You
you
can't.
can't. Even if you're scared of something, like, this is a race. We're here to stay in it. I'm not scared of nothing that much. You know what
I
I'm
do
scared
think it would
of?
have made my
I'm
skin
scared of
crawl.
being broke. And this is for $1 million.
No, that's right.
Like, I don't
It would have made
know.
my skin crawl, but I just don't have time to have my skin crawling.
I mean, you got gloves on. It would probably still same. Like, I don't like certain textures, and the smell would have been atrocious. But like, girl, that's the least of my worries.
The least of your worries. We have to
I
race,
mean, and the thing
especially
is,
if we're in the back like Milena and Andrea. We don't have time.
girl,
And Andrea literally was like, "We don't have." She started throwing that shit at her too, like, pick that up and let's go.
oh, you have to flip it over and throw it in. She was like,
She was trying to.
go.
Why is she trying to scoop it? That pissed me off. Milena's trying to scoop it in there. She's like, flip the ball over. She's like, what do you mean? Flip it over. Like,
you gotta dump it in. She said, I can't touch him. I can't touch him.
Like, girl, we
They're
can't.
so
We
funny.
don't have any time.
And they still in it. They're my girls.
And they're still in it. Boom. At the wish place. Joel and Garrett wish.
I wish.
Oh, they say everyone's gonna wish they get first place. So let's just wish that our families are good. This is a cute little scene, and this is what made me actually like Joel and Garrett. I'm glad they're still there because they have a diary room about how their family snuck in some letters for them, and they haven't read it. And their family said, "Read it when you feel good." And they were feeling good, so they read it. And they have some big ass beautiful families. They have like 3 kids each, 4 kids each. And their kids wrote to them like, "Oh my God, Dad, I love you, and you're gonna do great." And it's like, "Oh, y'all got families." So that made me feel good about them. I like them, but they almost went home. And honestly,
no, we're gonna be okay.
Bow out. Back at the mattress delivery detour, Corey and Rob finish. They're winded as fuck, sweating hard, and at this point they're in 3rd place, so they get to head to Make a Wish. Damn, it's not called Make a Wish.
Like
to the wish location. Todd is slamming Ashley into the wall because they're running the corner up the stairs, and every time they round the corner, Ashley in the back.
Like, what you mean not take the elevator? What the fuck?
Can't take the elevator. Can it even fit?
Girl, make it
It'd
enough.
probably be a struggle to fit it anyway.
Make it enough.
I know that's right. But Todd and Ashley get finished there in 4th, and this is when Liam and Uremi are finally pulling up to the mattress. And they said, we got to make up time. But when they feel the weight, they're like, we can't do 4, but we could do 2 at a time. So that's what they're going to do. It's 2 at a time. I know that's right. That would have been us. But that would have been us 3 rounds. That's what I'm saying. We would be good. We would be done by this point already.
Period. Hopefully. By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. This is when we're headed to the temple, which is the Roadblock location, and it's also the pit stop location. Anna Lee and Steve pull up first, and they get the Roadblock. Anna Lee's gonna do it.
Who wants to play matchmaker?
Who wants
I
to play
like the titles. That'd be cute.
They got to match a picture that they have to the designated tile that is lined around this entire temple. There's a bunch of tiles, thousands of them, hundreds of them. Maybe just hundreds, but it's a bunch of tiles all around the temple, and they have to look through all of those tiles to see which one exactly matches the one in their picture. And apparently, each of them are unique, and they all look super similar. And Elite thinks she finds it immediately. The first one she looks at, she gets a check.
Oh, it's right here! It's right here!
Literally. And he's like, no. And she looks closer, and she notices it's like hair, little lines, and there's supposed to be 2 lines, but the one she found has 3, and she has to find the one that's 2 lines. And basically, it's the same for everyone's picture. There's like either 2 lines on the left person and then 3 lines on the left person, and you got to make sure you have the right one. Very specific, and very just hard because you got to look through hundreds of this shit. But Stephen and Lee are there first, so I guess they have more time. So that's the benefit of getting there first. You have more time to look through everything, but still, like, fuck. Boom. At the fish stand, people start finishing. Morgan and Lena are finished 5th. They're in 5th place at this point, and Robin and Chelsea are done right after them in 6th place at this point. So I'm like, okay, like, y'all can get some good placements, but we'll see how that happens. And at this point, the only teams working on the stand are Greg and John, Andrea, Milena, and Jocelyn and Victor. And then at delivery, we see it's just Joe and Ian. and Liam and Urimi there. So there's only 5 teams still working on the detours, and they're trying to get it done.
Yeah.
Liam and Urimi, they bought 2, and this is the benefit of bringing 2. Because they bought 2 at the same time, and Joe and Ian are only on their 3rd, so they've already damn near caught up to them by bringing 2 at the
that's
time.
my mindset. My mindset would be like, let's jump. But that's thing, even Liam and Remy, like they were exhausted and gassed, and like even though they were still like they were handling the matches of them damn stairs. Like
they can handle me up them stairs. Because I weigh more than that. But they but they don't gotta carry me 2 football. 2 football fields, Lee?
It's crazy. And we would have did it.
The first time.
If we were there with Liam and Remy, we're definitely there.
If we were there with Liam and Remy,
we're
passing them up. I don't care what military they were in, bitch. I don't care if I gotta push, shove, move, bitch. Y'all seen White Chicks? Literally, like Liam. If it was Liam and Remy and us, we would turn into the Hulk and Iron Man, bitch. The way I'm running, I was running with the mattresses. I don't give a damn. I'm not gonna be in the back like that. In the back. I still think we could have beat Jocelyn and Victor though, because that thing, Liam and Remy are the last ones doing the matches. But look at what plates they got. Bitch, still good.
Would have been good. Would have been so good.
Boom, we get more wishes. Corey and Rob. Corey wishes he gets to see one country every year. What? How amazing, Corey. Wouldn't that just be wonderful? Country a year. I haven't seen a state an hour. Damn.
What?
A state a decade. Shit. Country a year. You get to see 10 in 1 year. Leave some countries for us. No? Be humble. Damn. No, I'm playing. But Ashley and Todd are right behind them, and they wish for world peace. Shout out to Jessica Graff. I know that's right. Some people who know Amazing Race only know Jessica Graff from Amazing Race, but she was also on Big Brother. So there's that. Giving fun facts. I know that's right. Boom. At the Roadblock Temple. The Beard Brothers pull up, and they're not the Beard Brothers, but Anna Lee keep calling them the Beard Brothers. I know that's right. So the Beard Brothers,
they both don't even have beards.
They pull up, literally, they pull up to the matchmaker place, and they got the second. Joel and Garrett are the second team that arrives to the temple.
Crazy girl. Crazy.
Like what?
And they're the third to last team.
Like it's.
I would have been devastated.
It's so bad for them.
Like what? I would be pissed.
Literally. Greg and John finishing up the fish stand. Great for them. At the wishes, we get more of them. Robin and Chelsea wish that they win the Amazing Race. God, please. I was like, I have no beef. I promise y'all, I don't have any beef with Robin and Chelsea. I have no beef. And I would love for a woman team to do great. But they just not my faves. I want my faves to win.
But if they win, they eat it up. Especially considering Robin's story. I loved hearing that. So
I love it too. If they win, I would be happy for them. Also, purple team won last team because wasn't DX and Claire purple?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it would make sense. And then also they're a woman team. I would love for a woman team to take the win. And
but
see where the other 2 woman teams are at. So fuck. We might need to just start rooting for Robin and Chelsea. I know that's right. Greg and John wish for $1 million.
Period.
You better be careful what you wish for. You get $1 million any type of way. Because it might not be the Amazing Race, and that's the issue. Joe and Ian wish they get first place. They don't. Maybe next leg. Maybe it'll come true next leg.
Right. They didn't say which leg.
They did not.
The last one, the most important.
With these wishes. Morgan and Lena wish they have a great trip. Now, I don't know why they wish that, because that could be in a great trip home. You have a great trip next year.
Like,
and they said they would
a great trip to the Home King Temple.
Like, really?
Like,
that was just too vague for me. But boom, more teams are pulling up to the temple, and nobody has found their match yet. Todd and Ashley pull up, Corey and Rob
Crazy.
pull up. So now it's 4 teams there, bitch. We're all racing for first, girl, and more people finna start racing for first. At the match's delivery, it's just Liam and Urimi left, and they're finishing up, and we get this so sweet diary room.
I love them. I love
What do you love about them?
they're gorgeous. That's one. But
And
it's
what?
like they're also just emotionally in tune. Like they have this beautiful relationship that we're just seeing blossom. I just like they're just so vulnerable and beautiful. It's just wow. Like I'm so happy they didn't go home.
Muscles, and they were just.
See, it is what people be talking about. This is what people be talking about.
Mm.
Where is it going? Where is it going?
Oh God! But anyways, they had some bad runs because when Urimi went off to boot camp, when Urimi went off to boot camp, he was lonely at boot camp, and so he was writing Liam. And apparently he was sending Liam a lot of letters, and Liam was like, I didn't reply to none of them letters. And then when I did reply, I said, stop writing me letter.
That was crazy. Because they got into a fight before he went. So it was just like
But that's just so terrible.
But that's why it's so beautiful to watch them just kind of grow together. Because clearly they have gotten past that.
Yeah.
They talk about a lot how they had like really bad childhood with each other. They had big beef. But it's just so beautiful to see how far they've come. Because that seems crazy. Like imagine your brother like,
stop writing me. Oh, that would have hurt. And then the fact that he was writing him without replies anyways, it's like, damn.
He could have wrote me. Let me stop.
Oh, definitely could have wrote it to me. But yes, this is so crazy. So boom. Right now they're in 9th place. And how many people are left? 4, 8.
And they're first in my hearts.
Lee. So they're in 9th place right now. And at the fish stand, Jocelyn and Victor finished, and they're in 10th place. And the last place was my sisters, Andrea and
Elena. I was over it. And this is what we said earlier, how she was like, girl, you gotta dump it in, girl. We have to go.
We have to go.
And it finally gets completed in last. I was like, oh God, no.
They were lucky this roadblock was so like, what's it called when you even it out?
Draw.
Yeah. It was so evening it out. So they had a chance.
So what?
Evening it out. I don't know how to talk. What is it called? It was an equalizer. Boom.
Boom. Period. Yeah.
At the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Liam and Urimi decide that they want to race to the end. Too vague. Race to the end of what? You can race to the end of anything. You can race to the end of the road. You can race to the end of this leg. You can race to the end of the pack. But I think it helped them this time. They're in this is the highest they've ever placed. 5th place. Wait, 1, 4, 5th, 6th. 6th is the best they've ever done. Sadly. But it is. So hey, that's good. This is when I noticed that Jocelyn is tired. Because Jocelyn and Victor pulled up to the Make-A-Wish place. And they're outside reading the clue. And Jocelyn looks around and she's like, I don't see a stand. Where do we go? And she's like, we must have to go inside. And it's like, wait, baby. No, you wasn't looking for the cashier.
It could have been outside.
I was like, oh, baby, go ahead and take a nap, baby. Go ahead and go home, because fuck. So they go inside, and they wish that they win the race. And they will win the race home. The race to getting back to their bed in America.
You're going to hell.
Oh, God, it was so bad. So, boom, at the roadblock, everyone's already finally showing up. We're done with the detours. Everyone's showing up to this roadblock. We see Robin and Chelsea pull up, Joe and Ian pull up, Greg and John pull up. And everybody is still looking. Everyone is still looking around for their picture, their matching picture. Anna Lee and Todd, they talk. They're like, oh, my God, I see yours. You see mine. Maybe we can help each other. And Anna Lee, she's like, oh, I think I see Todd's right here. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say
So sick
nothing.
for that.
And she keeps it a pushing. I know that's right. Morgan and Lena show up. Lena thinks it's the first one she sees.
It's always so funny because it's like it's not given that unless you're Andrea.
Period. Chelsea is excited because her and her daughter have been practicing this shit. She's like, me and my daughter, we be practicing this look around and find shit at home. So I think I got this done. I was thinking, girl, that's not gonna help you. But I was thinking wrong. Y'all better practice that look around
Chelsea
and
knew
find
what
shit.
tea was. Chelsea knew what tea.
She did, and so did Anna Lee, because Anna Lee was like, hey, Chelsea. I love Anna Lee. Anna Lee is a star. Anna Lee is a star. Put her on more shows. She's like, hey, Chelsea, I mean, maybe we could try to help each other, or we can look around. And Chelsea was like,
She was like, yeah.
And Chelsea walks away.
This is mine with the 3 antennas. Let me know if you see it. What's yours? She was like, well, they all kind of just look alike. And then
they all just look alike.
Going away.
All of them around here.
Oh. No help.
She was gagged. She was like,
all right, won't be helping her again.
And then she has Dara. She's like, they're just so Chelsea and Robin. I mean, they're just cutthroat. I don't trust them. And it's like, period. I know that's right. But right after that,
the
Chelsea
gag is Anna Lee ain't helping nobody out here. Because I know for a fact, if Anna Lee got her picture, she would have did exactly what she did with Todd and not said shit.
After like she didn't see it. But it doesn't matter because Chelsea eats it up.
She did.
Finds hers first.
Girl, I was
my heart dropped. Sorry, y'all. I was like, fuck. Who's gonna lose? Because I at this point, I genuinely like every team. Robin and Chelsea, the only team I'm like, I mean, hey, y'all can sure. But at this point, I gotta like them. They're in first. Yeah. I gotta get over it. And at this point, I just like every team.
They're those girls.
They are those girls. I don't want nobody to lose. I don't. So after this, people start following them. Todd and Ashley find theirs next, or Todd finds his next. And I'm like, y'all better run to the mat because they weren't running to the mat. And then Steve and Anna Lee finds hers, and Steve and Anna Lee take their ass straight to the mat. So they end up getting second place. And Todd and Ashley end up getting third. But it's still good. Steve and Anna Lee, they were doing bad those first 2 legs. Those first 3 legs, they hadn't been this high. So them ending this leg top 2, that's really good for them. Todd and Ashley, they've moved up. So this really good for them. These first 3 teams, it was an improvement on all their parts. So that's good for them. Even Joe and Ian. Joe and Ian get done. Joe and Ian are so good at challenges.
They be quick.
At challenges. Even them deciding to do the 2 mattresses, it definitely helped their time, you know? Yeah. Even though they didn't do it twice, they did it once, it still helped. They're so smart with their challenge decisions. It's just be the navigating sometimes for them. They need to get that under check.
Yeah.
After that, Rob and Corey are done. And at this point,
they didn't been.
I know this is the lowest they've been, which is top 5. But I think for me, when it comes to well-rounded overall teams, I think these 3 that we just did, Todd and Ashley, Joe and Ian, and Rob and Corey. For me, I'm confident in those 3. Robin and Chelsea and Stephen and Lee, this is new for them. They've never been this high. This is very new. But these 3, I think these 3 are pretty good teams. So I'm looking for them. Joel and Garrett are noticing, or Joel is noticing, we were here second.
Yeah.
And 5 teams are done. So, baby, what's going to happen? So that's scary. At Make-A-Wish, Milena and Andrea, they wish that they can still make it past this leg of the race. Great wish. Very realistic. It came true. I'm here for Milena and Andrea. I know
They ate that. They ate that.
They ate that up. Lena and Remy arrive to the roadblock, and Morgan starts getting really, really nervous for Lena because apparently Lena is just at the same area. I don't know what she's doing.
It don't like she's moving at all. She's not trying to figure out. It seems like she's literally just walking up and down the same pathway, which I guess works. But that could have been dangerous, girl.
It was, because she almost lost. That's the issue. Like, I needed her to be spread out more or something. I don't know. So at this point, it's only a few teams still looking. Liam pulls up, and as soon as Liam pulls up, it seems like Liam finds his. He finds his match very quickly, sweaty and all. Ooh.
Why you gotta mention that part?
It was no, like, I mean, you could see it.
Okay, everyone was sweaty.
Were they? I don't remember. So leaving Urimi, they were dead last and they got sixth place. They were dead last and they got sixth place. Really good. You know who else ate it up? Andrea.
Ate that. Oh my god. She found hers like almost immediately, it seemed like. Oh my god. In seventh place, man. They was a big jump. They were last. They were damn near last his entire leg. Like,
and now they're in seventh. And I think this is the highest they've ever been. But I think they've gotten seven before and they haven't gotten any higher. But hey, we'll take it.
I love
we'll
them.
Take seven.
I want them to stay as long as possible, man.
John and Greg get done after that, and it ends up it's just Lena, Victor, and Joel are the last ones looking. And
at this point, I was like, "Child, Joel and Garrett can go. No Sade, no Sade, no Sade." I
was really just rooting for Morgan and Lena, honestly.
Yeah, at this point, sorry, man.
At this point,
I needed my sisters to make it. I did.
Joel and Garrett got it, and I respect that they got it because they've been in the lead this whole. It sucks because
it would be fucked up if they went home. It would be so fucked if they had went. It's making here second. They started off in first, like early top of the road team, so it's like it would really suck if they go home, especially because, like I said, this was like luck of the draw. Like Jocelyn and Victor kind of going, and they were in the last bit of teams with such an equalizer puzzle that switched up the entire list. It's kind of like I would rather Jocelyn and Victor go, who's been on a downward spiral, than someone who's at the top and just ended up at the bottom because it's random ass roadblock.
I've noticed with Joel and Garrett, like they do good, and then they always end up in the bottom of the pack. I don't know why that happens because it happened on the second leg when they left their fanny pack. It kind of brought them down from where
they bad luck.
They were in the lead. Ooh.
I don't know because this was like strictly luck here. Like
it really was
really unlucky.
It really, really was. They wasn't wishing for the right thing. Well, they were wishing for their family to be great, so that is a good thing. But damn, like it's getting scary. So we'll have to see how their path goes. And Joel and Garrett aren't bad at the challenges. I'm just like not confident because they keep slipping up and ending up at the bottom. So I'm like, they're gonna just keep slipping up the whole rest of the race. At this point, Morgan is crying. She's trying to.
I've been crying too.
If that was me.
Yeah, because they're the last two teams. Like they're right there. The pit stop is right there. Like there is no like gap in between it. Like if Victor gets it, bitch, we lost. That's it.
Literally. Okay, boom. After this, it's Morgan versus Victor, and it's Lena versus Victor, and Lena finally finds her match, and she's like running to tell the person. She literally takes off running. She gets the checker. She gets to right. She wins. So Morgan and Lena are still in the race. They're in last place. I was telling Lee, this is where they could have used their motherfucking express pass, boo.
Yeah, they definitely should have waited. Child.
Because they got here, like they got at the destination before 2 or 3 teams even finished. So if they would have used it here, they would have got third place probably. And it's like, boom, third, fourth place for the whole mega leg. That would have been great. But now they're in last place, going into the next round in last place. And it's like, girls.
Yeah. And I think they're a good enough team to like jump forward. Like I said, this literally switched up a lot of people's positions. This was like almost no one's original position. So it's going to be really interesting to see how everyone maintains it. I think that Morgan and Lena is a great team just in general. So I don't really foresee them being here for too long.
We'll see. I'm interested. The episode was cute overall, though. To be honest, yeah, I like these episodes. They're really good. Keep me on my toes. I'm rooting for Morgan and Lena. I'm honestly rooting for everybody, so I'm just watching. But girl, stay tuned next week. We will be covering the next episode of Amazing Race. We're also into the challenge. The challenge finale is coming up. So check that out. We're also doing Survivor and Big Brother still. So check those out. And baby, thank you for keeping it real with the king. We out here.